Hey. Hey.
Shut up. Shh. Be quiet. Shh. Be quiet.
Be quiet sounds a lot nicer than shut up.
Let's just change the name. We're now called Shh. Be quiet.
Do you think we could get through one
librarian-based
episode
shows.
without cussing?
Fuck that. I don't know where
That's a big no.
What that fucking idiot Ryan was talking about, where we would be taken off the air if we cuss within the first 10 minutes.
We've always done that.
Yeah, shut up, Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan does a lot of drugs.
Fucking moron.
I think he does drugs.
He don't really do much drugs.
He doesn't?
No, he's an alcoholic.
Alcohol's a drug, man.
You're right about that. But I think Ryan does.
Am I right about that?
He does some pills every once. Yeah, alcohol's a drug.
Am I right about that?
Come on, you'd think alcohol's the worst drug. Well, not the worst. Heroin's the worst.
It's fucked up. Alcohol's fucked up.
Is weed a drug?
I don't consider weed a drug.
But it's a drug. What are we just redefining the word drug? It's not a bad thing. I
consider a drug something that's chemically created to fuck you up. Acid, heroin, cocaine. Weed is grown.
Okay, I understand. What's this cocaine?
Cocaine is grown, and then shit's added to it. Then it's crushed, and then it's
you're
it's
doing more stuff.
manufactured.
I mean, all of it's heroin's grown too. That's just poppy seed.
Well, yeah, I know what it's made out of, but the point is, it has to be built in a lab.
You're right. Where weed
does
just grow and mushrooms, the same thing. But no, because a drug, by definition, right, is just the thing that causes a chemical change in you. And it has nothing to do with what makes the drug. It's what it makes you do.
I have a problem with that term.
And marijuana, it chemically changes your brain, at least for a little bit.
See, now here's the thing.
I think I'm past it. I'm not sure, but
here's the thing. And you're going to say that I'm full of shit, but I know this happened.
Full of shit.
And it's really true because you always told me you can't overdose on weed, blah, 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 blah.
No, I mean, you can't
You
die.
can, but you can't overdose. It happened in my driveway. It did.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't. Move on.
Okay. A friend of my sister's.
Yeah, we'll call him Pussy for short.
My sister was a big pothead.
All right.
A huge pothead.
Okay.
Functioning pothead like you.
The liar. Anyway, let's go on.
But
you a fucking cop?
She had a friend that would come over, a friend with a nice little butt and cute little perky boobs, but a weirdo otherwise.
Yeah.
And she was sitting in the car with this dude for hours while my sister was in the other car with the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, the weird dude knocked on the door, and he's holding this fucking girl who's fucking all fucking tweaking out.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom calls the ambulance. There was no 911 at the time. You had to call actually police. And they said that she had an overabundance to THC. She had too much THC in her system.
There's no such thing. I mean, the most it's going to do is make you sleep. Now, the person might be a weirdo and freak out on it.
She was doing this number.
That's her, though. That's just her.
But this
being a
was
fucking
1970s pot.
Which was even worse.
Yeah.
I mean, that shit, you know how much weed you'd have to smoke to even get halfway? I bought 33%. And then, by the way, fuck you. Because last week you're like, oh, the dispensary, you can't. 33% THC level weed I got this week at the dispensary for $70 without a discount. That's fucking
for
insane.
How much?
For a half bag. For a half ounce. 14 grams. That's insane prices. You know what I mean? That is great.
Milford?
Now, they're smalls. No, this was at Sunnyside over in Oakley, Norwood, whatever you want to call that area.
Yeah.
Oakley, I think is what it is. They're smalls, which means the buds aren't full size, but like you crush them anyway, so that don't really matter. Great fucking prices. But anyways, my point was, in 1970, you know how much fucking weed you'd have to smoke to get to that 33%? You know, that shit at best was 9, you know?
Well, I just don't think the hospital would lie.
They don't know what they're talking about. You think every fucking person at the hospital knows everything? We know lots of idiots that work at hospitals.
The doctor said she had too much THC in her system.
That doesn't... She couldn't handle it. There's still no overdose. Overdose is like, bleh, die. You know what I mean? Like, you could not handle anything. You know, you can overdose on cheeseburgers if you really wanted to. But it doesn't mean that it's, no, fuck you. Fuck that girl. She's a pussy. She sounds like a pussy. I know people that did smoke pot and went to the hospital also, you know, oh, I'm going to die. It's just a panic attack. All right. Calm down. All right. It's not the.
Oh, that happened to me once.
It happens a lot.
Do you remember when I took that one hit and started freaking out?
I quit for 2 years at one point.
Oh my God, man. What's happening?
Yeah,
I fucking wigged out.
I quit for 2 years when I was maybe.
2?
No, I was like 22. Like from like 22 to like 24, I just sold. I didn't smoke, which was a lot more profitable. It was actually very nice, and
a lot
more profitable. But either way, I didn't smoke for 2 years because I was starting to get panic attacks all the fucking time. Every time I'd smoke, I'd get a panic attack. I don't know how I overcame that. And the only reason I got started smoking again is because my friend Rory paid me to do it.
Paid you to smoke weed?
Yeah, he's like, I'll give you $25 if you get high with me. And I'm like, well, I have nothing against getting high, obviously, at the time. I just hadn't done it in a while because I was scared of getting panic attacks. I got
Did you
high.
get paid?
Yeah, he paid me.
Did he?
Yeah, it worked out well.
Did he supply said weed?
Yes.
Nice.
I might even sold it to him. It might have been a double fucking whammy. Like, hey, let me sell you this fucking quarter bag for $40, and by the way, smoke a joint with me and give me 25
you've just
more
told our entire gigantic listening audience that you were a drug dealer.
Yeah, small time for sure. But again, small time drug dealer, and 20 years ago. So I mean, good luck. Yeah, come get me. That was part of the. Actually, when me and my wife, when we finally moved in together, that was the deal. I had to stop selling because, because she had Anton and she didn't want Anton getting taken away from her. And if I got busted, for selling drugs at a house where a kid lived, well, then she could lose her kid. So that's why I stopped selling drugs.
Yeah, and
I regret it to this day. At least the weed part, because, well, maybe not now because of dispensary and stuff, but it was just, I didn't pay for weed for years. I got paid to smoke.
And then when I stepped on it.
And then well, not really. That's
a drug term.
Yeah, stepped on it means like I would short people and do stuff like that. I never did that.
Oh, you didn't do that?
No, you didn't have to.
Just take one little bud out of
let's
this
say
one,
you had a quarter pound of weed. You sell 3/4 of a pound of it, or you sell a quarter pound of weed is 4 ounces. You sell 3 ounces of it and you get 1 ounce for free and you make a couple $100. That was the way it usually worked. I never sold as my means of income. I sold as a means to get fucked up on drugs.
Where did you buy said weed?
I had a bunch of people.
Really?
Yeah, a bunch of people.
So why wouldn't they just sell it and make more money? So they obviously sold it to you cheaper.
Because sellers sell in bulk. I mean, that's the idea. So if I'm buying a quarter pound or even an ounce of weed or something like that, it usually goes down. So it's not like they're the original. So they buy pounds and then they break it down into quarter pounds and half pounds and sell that. All right. And then the people that buy the quarter pounds and half pounds, they're breaking it down to half ounces and ounces. People that are buying ounces are breaking it down to eighths and quarters. So it's all getting broke down as you go down, go down the chain. You don't want to be the fucking guy sitting on pounds and pounds of weed and you're selling eighths. You know how long it's going to take to get rid of that weed and how much traffic you're now going to have to deal with? I mean, when you can...
that makes sense.
That's not the way to do it. The high drug dealers aren't selling little amounts.
I want to be the guy who puts it in a plane or a boat and flies it over here. I want to be the cartel guy.
Yeah, once you get to a level, they're very rarely selling anything smaller than maybe an ounce. Maybe to like their cousin or their best friend they might hook up.
How much is a kilo?
I have no fucking clue. Isn't that 1,000 grams? I don't think kilo is really a thing that weed's sold in. I think that's a cocaine thing.
I think that's how it's brought over, though.
And that's how it's referred to, probably, but that's not how it's broken down into. A kilo is 1,000, so it's 1,000, whatever, and that's just not the way weed's broken down. They do pounds with weed. I don't know why.
If we switch to the metric system.
For whatever reason, cocaine is on the metric system, marijuana is on the American system.
Yeah.
Whatever they call that. I'm a fucking idiot. Hey, speaking of idiot, we got an email. Let's get to the email right off the bat because we don't get many emails, and this guy called me an idiot, so let's
He called you an idiot. I want to hear.
Well, among other things, I think. I don't know. I'll have to read it. I read it really quick. I just got it, and we're always super excited to get emails. So let's...
A new emailer.
Let's email it up.
See, it can be done, people. Fucking... email.
Oh, that's not working. There it is. Now it is. Hey! Email. Hey, mailer. All right, this is, like we said, a new email, and they got a hold of us.
No.
They wrote up shutupcincinnati@gmail.com. That's shutupcincinnati@gmail.com. It is at the top of your screen if you're YouTubing right now. If you're not YouTubing and you're just listening to us,
it's on the pretty little tampon up
You're
there.
missing out because I'm a gorgeous human being. All right, anyways. Hi, dudes. This is from Mike the Flash 619. Hi, dudes. Some friends and I stumbled across your cast 6 months ago and are now loyal listeners trying to catch up. I have wanted to write for a while, so I will now rant about some things I've heard on your show. Here goes. First off, thank you. Not only
and welcome, Mike
Not only
the
did
Flash.
you listen, you got friends that are listening. You're catching up on the old episode. You're doing it fucking right, dude. That's all I'm saying. So far, without me, I already know how this email goes, so maybe I shouldn't be so complimentary. But if I just read the very beginning, I'd be complimenting the shit out of you right now.
Love him.
All right, here it goes. I think retard is a hilarious word and have no intentions of stopping saying it. Okay, yeah, don't disagree.
Fantastic.
I mean, I ain't gonna.
Jason agrees with you, Mike.
You don't use that word?
Rarely.
Really?
Yeah, I use
was
the
gonna
word.
say,
I use it all the fucking time.
You. I don't want to say it, but I do. It's just who I am. Sorry. Number 2, your friend Harry guy sounds like a nosebleed, and we are sure he's either a homo or a total pussy. Maybe both. Actually, you know what?
I love this guy.
Yeah, this guy's awesome. Anybody that
Sounds like a nosebleed.
right off the number 2 calls someone a nosebleed and thinks they're either a homo or a pussy, which is basically kind of saying the
Called
same
him
thing.
a homo.
Which is not true. Let's defend our boy Harry guy.
Yeah, let's do it. He's got a girlfriend.
He has live-in push right now.
Does he?
Live-in puss. The funny part, though, I think, and let's hope he's not listening, which he listens to every episode. So
Yeah.
this dumb fuck moved her in after like a week.
Yeah.
Like, come on, buddy. That's wrapping up that pussy whipping way too quick. Calm down, Harry guy. But either way, this guy thinks you're a fucking nosebleed. So, all right, number 3, the Bengals are way overrated, and if Joe is out for a while, so is your season, sir.
I don't.
You're
disagree.
not wrong about the Joe part.
I don't disagree with you.
They made no attempt to get a backup this year.
None.
None.
Well, they
Even when he hurt himself, they had,
even what they did when they signed Simeon, I'm like, at least they have a guy.
They thought they had a
guy who's got some experience in
He
the
looked
league,
awful.
and then they cut him.
Well, he looked awful.
He did.
And Browning looked better than him, but Browning looked shitty too. I mean, I don't
They
get
had
it.
4.
There seems like there's some people on the sidelines that can still toss a ball around. Where's Jameis Winston at? Where's
he's a backup somewhere.
I mean,
Bridgewater's still
Bridgewater's still out there. You
backing up.
can't tell me Bridgewater's not better than Browning.
No, he is.
Colt McCoy is better.
Yeah.
Colt McCoy did all right, and you got weapons in Cincinnati.
You could have even went to Carolina and grabbed the red rifle and brought him
Something. I don't understand it. It seems like they should be doing something.
back. He
to
played
back
one
up.
down last night.
Oh yeah.
One down.
They should be doing something, or they should have done something as soon as Burrow got hurt, really. I mean, it's like, okay.
They really should have.
As soon as they knew that he was hurt, and you never know with calf injuries, any of those muscle injuries, they can last all fucking year, and it sounds like this one might.
They did say today that he had no sleeve on it when he was walking around.
Yeah, but he hasn't been doing that. It doesn't matter. As soon as he starts moving, apparently it hurts. They won't even commit to him being there Monday night right now, which scares the shit out of me.
Me
But
too.
Either way, as far as the Bengals being overrated, you can't watch those first 2 games right now and disagree with this guy.
No, you
So
can't.
yeah, were the people that came out and made them Super Bowl favorites, probably not the best idea, and I'm saying that as a Bengals fan.
Yeah, me too.
But the season's not over either, so go fuck yourself. Your own ass can smell enough like pussy to get the job done in a pinch. I don't know what this guy means on this one. Number 4, your own ass can smell enough like pussy to get the job done in the pinch.
What the fuck does that mean?
What the fuck are we doing, Mike? Are you licking your own ass to try to pretend it's a pussy? I don't. What can you do with your? What are you
How
doing?
can you smell your own ass unless you stuck your finger in there and?
And either way, what are you just trying to finger? You just really want to finger a pussy, but your own ass will do in a pinch?
Maybe we've been talking a lot lately about
What's going on,
smelling underwear. Maybe he's talking about smelling your own ass. How do you smell your own ass?
I don't know.
You
Well, that's
smell
not
your
what he's
own
saying.
underwear?
He's saying your own ass can smell enough like a pussy to get the job done in a pinch. Yeah, maybe.
What the fuck does that
I don't know, dude. You're weird. All right. Anyways, this one. Your worst character ever is the Mexican wrestler. His accent was horrible. Work on it. All right, buddy.
Wait, what number
off-
was that? 5?
Yeah, 5.
Well, El Gordo Guerrero?
Oh, Gordo Guerrero or Guerrero Gordo or whatever. I always thought he was a cool dude. His accent obviously probably sucked, but I mean, I heard the guy that does it has no fucking clue how to do accents, so it's fine.
Well, you said he was from California?
Yeah.
He knows what a Mexican
He knows what a
accent
Mexican sounds like. Yeah, so I apparently don't sound like a Mexican, which, listen, I'm fine with that. Hey, what's up with the frog in your throat? You're going to do this the whole fucking episode?
I'm trying not to. I got
Tom
water.
Stanford's going to be pissed.
I got water.
All right. You do. Meyer. Hey, I went to Meyer yesterday for the first time, like, ever.
Love Meyer.
I hated it. That's all. All right. Number 6. Chris's dick will probably fall off at some point. Maybe. I don't know. You use condoms.
What the fuck does that mean? I use rubbers.
It means you fuck a lot of whores.
Admittedly, but I use condoms, except the last one I didn't.
Yeah, well,
The married couple, married 23 years, I felt pretty confident about not getting AIDS.
Yeah, and even if you did, I mean, that's part of the fun, right?
She wanted the cream pie.
You can't deny the cream pie, dude.
Can
Who the
you?
fuck's denying the cream
I
pie?
want you to cream pie me. Okay, I will.
Well, then you go, how about ass? Ass cream pie, because then you don't have to worry about it.
Oh, no.
Oh, no,
You have
what?
to worry about everything. Oh, you mean the pregnant part?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Tubes are
I
tied
guess. Okay,
there.
yeah, we're past that.
Yeah.
I forget you're old. All right. Where are we
My
at?
dick's gonna fall off.
Your
That's
dick's
hurtful.
gonna fall off. Number 6, and he has 15 of these guys.
God love this guy.
All right, number 7. May I suggest joke of the month?
You didn't read number 6.
Yes, I did. That's your dick.
Oh, falling off.
All right. May I suggest joke of the month? It was a good segment if you do it less often. I don't disagree. My problem is unless Chris comes up with new or has new ones or whatever, we've heard them all. I think we did many of them.
I can get new ones.
All right, but even then, you usually think they're new, and then you had told them previously. So that's the problem too. I don't disagree. That segment was fun, and it was, for the first 60 episodes, it was awesome. But after we're on 189, I think, some shit like that. I mean, at a certain point,
I could do once a month and make sure that it hasn't been told.
Yeah, run it by. Well, I don't want you to run it by me though, because
I'll run it by someone else.
Yeah, run it by Harry Guy, our chief.
Yeah, he's heard.
Yeah, that homo.
Nosebleed.
All right, number 8. Deathpool is morbid, tasteless, and I wish I had put an entry in. Love it. Thank you.
God love you.
Number 9. Jason doesn't know shit about politics. You use pretty words, but are full of shit. First off, I don't think I use a lot of pretty words. I can barely pronounce words. So the fact that he thinks I'm out there saying pretty words, that tells me one thing. Mike the Flash is a fucking moron because he thinks I use big words. I can't say shit.
He didn't say big, he said pretty.
Pretty, that's even worse. Pretty, what's a pretty word?
I don't know.
Well, we talked about it.
I do like the fact that he rips into you a little. He ripped at me too. But
he just talked about your dick, though. I mean, that's kind of a compliment. He's talking about you having sex. He's talking about me so far having a horrible accent and being a fucking idiot when it comes to politics.
See, you just gave it away. Nobody knew you were El Guerrero Gordo until just now.
Fuck.
You ruined it.
Dude, don't tell him who Mr. Bird is. Hey, but here's my idea about politics. If you disagree with someone, a lot of times you just think they're an idiot. You're not. But what it comes down to is basic, like, how you look at the world. It has nothing to do with intelligence a lot of times. Yeah. So go fuck yourself. But either way, that's fine. That's cool. You're a Republican. Congratulations.
Most
I
people
hope it
in
works out
San
for you.
Diego are Republicans.
Yeah, fucking good luck, Trump dog. That's whatever. I don't care. All right. Please don't ever let that fake country star sing on the show again. He makes my skin crawl. All right, hard one going after Miggy Rich. Miggy is one of those people that, Miggy Rich. I shouldn't say Miggy. Miggy is pretty much universally liked. Miggy Rich seems to fucking draw hard lines in the sand. People either love him or hate him.
This guy is one of the haters.
This guy obviously doesn't like him. He calls him a fake country star. And yes, and I get it. Your newswoman Whoopi seems cool, but is funny as a bus crash. Yeah, Whoopi, I don't think she's ever loosened up enough.
Oh,
Number
God.
12, I use a lot of drugs, too. Well, we've kind of figured with this 15-pointer here. No one's doing this list
Hey,
sober.
I love the 15-pointer.
Yeah, no one's doing this list sober. All right, number 13, some skits from the first few shows were hilarious and should return. Do your own research. Okay, this is... For one thing,
he's not wrong.
No, he's not wrong. I like his do your own research because what my instant thing was going to be like, well, tell us which ones. He's saying, fuck you. Go back and listen yourself and find out what you guys are missing out on. And listen, we're not going to do that. We both have kind of busy lives and do this as a fun little sideshow. We're not going to go back and listen to 188 episodes of our self-talking. I can get through one episode of my self-talking after every show to listen back to it to see if it's any good. I have never...
Hey, Mike, match our salary at work. We'll quit and we'll do our own research.
Oh, yeah, I'll research all fucking day long. But until then, go fuck yourself. Let me know what kind of segments you want. And if it's good and we haven't done it in a while and we miss out on it, then yeah, we'll bring it back. There's not many I can think that we don't ever do.
Well, we've done a lot in the past, and then for some reason it just kind of
we just
went away.
never followed up. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a couple of those. But
you had a good one where we ragged on ourselves. I mean, we had a ton. I could listen.
That one we just started. And we've done 2 in the last 4 weeks. So that one's still new. We just need a theme song. I had the ridicule segment, which I only did once. I'll get back to that eventually.
Yeah, maybe I should listen to a couple old episodes.
We had the foreign language, mean things in foreign languages or funny thing in foreign languages, which I honestly didn't like that segment. I thought it got kind of, how many different things when we say look at my butt in a different language. So I mean, it just after a while that segment kind of got old to me. I don't know what other segments we had, but yeah, I don't.
I'll listen to a few old shows.
We got Hero. We do that pretty often. Sexifice. We do Sexifice. Would You Rather? We don't do much anymore, but we do them every so often. I don't feel like we're missing out on any of the big ones.
Well, we've been doing this about 3 years, dude. So
yeah. I'm sure there are some stuff.
I'm sure there are some things we missed.
Number 14, love the show, and you guys have loyal listeners. Keep on keeping on. Thank you. And 15, lastly, I like stuff in my butt too, on occasion. But be careful. Turns off some women, and my ex-girlfriend is living proof. That's all for now. Cheers from San Diego, Mike the Flash. So Mike's girl broke up with him because he likes to do butt stuff.
In his own butt.
Yeah. Hey, I was jerking off today, and I running through these videos. Hey, by the way, Pornhub, they got the whole amateur only section that I'm fucking loving.
They have an amateur only.
Yeah, where they have like top. You go to the they call them models, and you hit the verified amateurs. And there's like 600 girls.
Oh, I love that.
Each one of them have their own sets of videos, some better than others, but then they have them labeled, the most popular to.
Yeah.
So I'm watching a couple of those. I'm watching the shower scene, and then all of a sudden she starts pegging her boyfriend, and that grossed me the fuck out, and I just don't get it. I don't get it.
You didn't come or anything during that part.
No, I turned it off. I couldn't go. I mean, that's.
And isn't it funny how you have to turn it off fast because you don't want to lose your boner because you're close? Hey, all right, I got my boner. Ooh, I don't like that, and then it starts to go down.
No, I wasn't stroking yet. It was the the research part. I was doing my research. You know how this guy wants us to go back and listen to our shows? No, I'm researching porn. I want to jerk off to.
Hey, so I switched from Spectrum to Altafiber.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Aren't
they the same thing? Or no, Altafiber's the new Cincinnati Bell.
The fiber optics.
Yeah.
$80 less a month and more channels. No brainer. And I don't lose ESPN whenever they get in a pissing war. So I'm sitting there flipping through.
Is that already done?
Yeah, it's fixed.
Well, yeah, I figured. I mean, that shit happens every time contracts come up.
Yeah.
For like a week. And they always do it right around the start of something
But
good.
what pisses me off is, because I did read about it, it wasn't fucking Disney that took the channels off. Spectrum decided to do it. In protest.
Yeah.
We're not going to let anybody see these channels. Fuck you. And then they credited my account $5.
It's because it hurts the channel.
Fuck you.
It hurts the channel with the advertising, so I think that's why they try to do it. But yeah, it's a pissy match of fuck you.
Well, I got faster internet, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I'm flipping through, and I go to the on-demand. And when you go to the on-demand with Spectrum, it tells you everything that's on every channel that you can watch without having to surf the guide.
Mm-hmm.
Cincinnati Bell has porn. And I don't mean soft-core porn. They have hardcore porn. 100 categories. And
you got to pay for it, though, right?
You got to pay for it. But the whole point is...
pay for porn? The internet has all sorts of porn. It's free.
But what I'm saying is it's just cool that they offer it. And it's funny because it used to offer, like, old cable used to offer softcore porn where you can... And right before the guy's getting ready to put his dick that you can't see in, all you hear is moaning and see their faces and all that stuff. So I'm looking and see how much this stuff costs. You can get anywhere from $3.99 to $24.99, depending. It goes by days.
Yeah.
Hey, you buy this, you'll get it for 8 hours, whatever.
8 hours.
Yeah, that'll do me for about 6 months.
You got to get a couple jerks off in it too.
Just because.
Can you record them?
If you have the TV, or no, you can't record the on-demand stuff.
You can't. I'm sure you could if you hooked it up to a different thing. You just can't.
You hold your phone up to it like those guys in the movie theaters with the camera.
Well, I'm sure you probably still hook up the old VHS system to it and just like the old school recording. There's ways to do it. I guess you can't.
Do you need it?
You can't DVR it. You know what I mean?
So I'm sitting there looking at that.
No, but you don't need to pay for porn.
That's what I'm saying.
What kind of weirdo in 2023 is still out there paying for porn? Yeah. I don't get it. I don't even understand people that do like the OnlyFans or any of that stuff. Like, there's obviously a big industry where people are still out there paying for porn, and I think as a pervert myself. And you're a giant fucking perv, and you don't pay for it.
Oh,
so,
no.
I mean, like, imagine...
I'd never pay for it.
But imagine the people that are. Those are ultra creeps at this point, right?
Well, first of all...
You're paying for porn.
I mean, there's a lot of women and
free.
men out there. There's a lot of men and women out there. I'm not one of them. I am 100% sure you're not one of them. But you hear about it all the time where people are fucking, I grab my boyfriend's phone, check his history, and check everything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe they figure I'll watch it on cable. Nobody knows.
Okay, but cable, that's fine. But I mean, I'm talking about just internet porn. That's weird. That's still weird. Now, the cable thing kind of makes sense because some people just aren't computer people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, some people cannot make their way around a computer still to this day. I understand that if you want to watch it on cable. It's fucking weird. I'm talking the internet porn people that are still out there on sites, buying particular sites or going to OnlyFans. Like, the only way an OnlyFans makes sense to me is if maybe you knew them. You know what I mean? So it was like, like the girl at school or the girl at work has an OnlyFans.
Hey,
I get a chance to check it out. Yeah, you know what I mean? Something like that. But like, as far as like, well, no, it's more than just underwear. They full fuck on OnlyFans. That's not just, you know.
Oh, do they fuck on there?
Yeah, you can fuck on there. You can do whatever you want. You know, once you're on your site, you do whatever you want.
We should start one.
I ain't fucking you, dude.
I don't mean like that, but We'll sell our underwear.
My feet pictures.
We'll sell our underwear, feet pictures. Yeah. And there's creeps out there just to see, as a fucking scientific experiment, to see if anybody would fucking subscribe.
Follow our OnlyFans.
I can do before and after Brazilian photos.
We can do cock puppets. Like act out things.
But anyway, the only advantage that I would think of to see it on fucking cable, to buy it, would be the pussy would be about 70. I have a 70-inch TV.
I can hook my computer up to that just as easy.
Well, all I'm saying
and
is
most
that
TVs are smart TVs
all
anyway.
I'm saying
They have the
is
internet directly
it's
on
pretty cool that you can go on there. And
I guess it's cool. It just seems weird and outdated to me, but someone must. It wouldn't be there unless it was still profiting.
But I mean,
So someone's out there
I looked
fucking
at the
getting the internet
fucking.
porn,
I
or the
clicked on it and I was
TV
waiting
porn.
for it to say, like, you know, hey, watch these exotic housewives play with their husbands and friends. But it didn't. It said, watch big, giant black cocks sink into this fucking girl's cunt and stuff. That's the description on fucking Altafiber. And I'm going, hey, modern right there. Modern technology. You get thumbs up. I will never, ever buy any of your porn. I won't buy movies either because I got the Fire Stick.
It's too. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not 20 years ago.
Right.
It's changed.
But
Why-
I am proud of them for having it, for offering it.
That's weird. I mean, it's almost to me like going out and buying a CD now. You're fucking buying a CD. What are you gonna? I know your car might have a CD player, but who cares? It also hooks up directly to your phone, probably.
Yeah, I use thumb drives in the car.
You use thumb drives?
Yeah.
See, I'm just strictly a Spotify guy.
Yeah, I use thumb drive. I have so much music, dude. I have 6 million cuts of music.
So does
you know?
Spotify.
I know, but what
you
I'm
don't
saying
have
is mine's categorized. If I want to hear
I have to pay
like,
for it, so
but this is over a 30-year deal of being a DJ. I've kept all my music.
I get you. But
and I still get it.
Spotify's actually categorized too, and it and it has hundreds of years.
What I'm saying is, I got all, I can just plug in one of the big hard drives and go, yeah, today I want this.
You're a radio
Then I
guy,
stick
though,
it
for the
in.
most part, right? I mean, very rarely are you listening to that stuff. Almost every time I ever talk to you, you've been listening to the radio or,
Well,
something
I mean,
like
it's
that.
easier.
Well, no, I'm sure.
But I mean, if I like when I go on a trip to pick up my kid or something, I got a thumb drive in there. I want
see,
what I
I
want.
only use the radio to listen to sports. That's it. So
Yeah.
outside of that, I don't think I've turned on.
But see, with Spotify, you have to also look at the phone and pick what you want.
So don't you got to look at the screen to know what you want on the other thing? You still got to look.
Well, no, I pick out a whole playlist of what I want and pop it in.
Oh, you do
let it go.
playlists? Well, then you just make your own playlist. I got
Yeah.
like 42 playlists on my phone. Easy to pop in, do all that stuff. Yeah, fuck you. Spotify's better.
Yeah,
That's the future, dude. You're basically out there jerking off to TV porn.
I don't jerk off the TV.
No, but I mean, you're doing that in your car basically with your drives and shit. You're a generation behind. Is what
Well,
I'm
I know
saying.
that, but to me, it's easier
No,
because
that's-
I've got all my music
Well, that's
where
the way
I want
old
it.
people get at a certain point. Everything they did 10 years ago. was
Fuck
easier.
you, and you're old.
No, I'm the same way.
It has nothing to do with old.
Yes, it does.
It has to do with I
No,
want to pick what I want to pick.
No, it's giving up
And
on
let
life.
me tell you
It's
something.
giving up on life, not wanting to
And
learn
I'll-
new stuff. That's
Well,
all it is. You don't want
first
to.
of all,
You don't
you
want
have
to
to
do the
pay
new
for
shit.
Spotify.
That's right. You do have to
I
pay.
don't pay for this.
I know, but you use the other parts as the excuses. Those are bad excuses.
I don't pay
If you
for
want to just
Spotify.
straight up say money, I get it. But otherwise, every other excuse.
But a lot of the stuff I
was an
put on
old
these
person
thumb drives
excuse.
are album cuts and really obscure shit
Mm-hmm.
that they might not even have on Spotify.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm old. Like I said, I'm old too. I'm just old in a different way than you're old.
Yeah. Hey,
No.
I want to go. I'm sorry, but I need to go to asshole
All right, let's get this.
because
asshole.
I'm pissed.
Oh shit.
I'm
Pissed.
pissed. Yeah, I'm fucking pissed. I've got an asshole of the week, and I just got it. I had a different one. I had a fucking famous celebrity asshole, and that job was just filled with someone else.
Me.
No, not you.
Oh, I figured I'm the only one in the room, so it had to be filled
No.
with me.
I go to get a haircut this morning.
All right,
As
sorry.
you can see,
Yeah.
got a haircut, and I go in.
Great
and
clips, super cuts. Where we
I
at?
go Great Clips. It's
All right.
right across the street from my house.
Mhm.
Bunch of cute girls working there.
Sure.
So I go to Great Clips. I walk in. Cute little girl. Hey, how you doing? How's your day going? The usual haircut bullshit.
Mhm.
And I'm talking to her. I'm like, everything's good. Blah blah blah. Hey, what are you doing this weekend? I said I'm going to Kings Island. Blah blah. Blah. So we get along great.
Mm-hmm.
She cuts my hair. I get up. I go to pay. By the way, this is Brittany, Harrison Avenue, Great Clips.
Great clips, super cuts, whatever. Who gives a shit? They're the same thing.
So she says, well, I hope you have a good weekend. And she rings in the register.
Mm-hmm.
And I pull my card out and I go to stick it in. And on the screen, it says $16 senior haircut. Now get this. Okay. Get this. I mean, you know how that shit is with me. That don't fly.
But it doesn't. It doesn't. Because I also know about you. You love a deal.
I love a deal.
You love a deal. So, I mean, this is really playing both sides of you. The fact that you don't want to admit that you're getting older, and the other side is, well, it is $2 cheaper. You know?
It's exactly $2 cheaper. And the thing about it is, I'm looking down at it, and she's looking at me, just smiling, and I look up at the fucking little menu board, okay? And it says, senior haircut, 65 and up.
Oh, 65.
65. And I'm sitting there.
That's insulting.
Insulting as fuck. Because you know what? Yeah, everybody rags on me, hey, I'm old, blah, 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 blah. But we've talked about this a million times. I'm not a 58-year-old guy. I get drunk. My friends are all young.
Yeah, but
I don't act young.
She's not hanging out with you, dude. She's going strictly on looks. But,
do I look 65?
Again, I'm about to defend you here. You don't look 65.
Fuck no.
No, you don't look a day over 63.
But be honest. If you didn't know me.
You'd be in your 50s.
Early 50s.
Mid. Probably mid.
Okay,
but either way, yeah, mid. I would go mid 50s.
So here's how much it pissed me off.
I think you look your age, honestly. I mean, but that's not 65.
Yeah.
So
here's what it pissed me off so bad. I'm looking at this little cunt, and I said to her, "Senior haircut."
Oh, you called her out.
Yeah, I called her out. I paid the extra $2 to prove my fucking point. I said, hey, Brittany, it says 65 and over. Do I look 65 to you? She goes, well, I just kind of, and she was young. She was probably 22, 23. And I said, I'm not 65. Well, it's more expensive the other way. I want the other one. I don't want it to say senior haircut on the fucking screen. Take it off.
Oh, well, see, here's me.
So I paid the $18.
Here's me. If someone ever gave me that discount, I'd be so happy. So happy.
I normally would be too. I'm a Jew. But
hey man, that's a racist. Look at that.
Actually, you know what? I'm not
Racist.
cheap. I'm not cheap. I just like a deal if I can get one. If we're all out at a bar, do I have any problem buying around? Of course not. I'm not cheap like that.
I wouldn't know. I don't go to bars or for losers.
I'm not that guy. Hey, let's go do this. I'm doing that.
Did you hear that, Nathan? Bars are for losers.
But I was so fucking offended that she put senior haircut in there that I said, I am not a senior. I'm not close to being a senior, according to your standards. Maybe if there's a standard somewhere.
That's great. And this, to me, the whole thing just shows why you don't go to Supercuts or Great Clips. These girls are idiots. You're dealing with real idiots.
My hair is so easy to cut.
I don't care. It's just a matter of principle. I don't like dealing with idiots. And I'm not saying she's an idiot for thinking you're 60.
She's a fucking idiot.
She's not an idiot for thinking you're 65. I mean, granted, I don't think you look 65 and whatever, but she's young. Who cares about that?
Whore!
Oh, Jesus. Break my microphones. All right. She's an idiot for not being able to dig herself out of that ditch.
I know.
As soon as you said that, I would have been like, well, you don't like a deal? I mean, you're not a day over 45, but I mean, I figured I'd cut you a couple bucks. I cut you a deal, give you a little hookup. Maybe you put it on the back end for me on that tip. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of where I would have.
And the worst part is, I still gave her the good tip.
And even if I was a fucking idiot and I thought you were 65, and I legitimately gave you the discount because I thought you were that age, if I was confronted by it, I'd be smart enough to dig myself out of that hole pretty easy. There's a left and a right you can take right there that makes you come out on the other end looking like a good person.
All you had to do is go. If I said senior haircut, she could have went.
Yes. There you go. I mean, there's so many ways. There's so many outs that make her look like the good person. Even if she legitimately did not know your age. And some people are just bad with ages, dude. Was she white?
Yes.
Okay, well that.
Do you know a black girl named Brittany?
Yes, there's black girls named Brittany. Now, Brittany's a pretty. That's universal. That one just went to jail in Russia.
Griner? Brittany Griner?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the whole point is she was a young little, goofy little fucking blonde, cute little thing.
I actually went to 2 new barber shops this week. One for myself and one for Kane because I like my barbers, man, but my barbers are $35 a piece. And, you know, when you buy a haircut for me and I buy a haircut for Kane, $35. Now at $35, you can't give what's your tip at a barbershop? Was it $5?
$5.
$5 has always been my go-to. It always seemed reasonable because for one thing, my haircut used to be $13, so $5 was a hell of a tip. Even at $5 is reasonable. At 25, it's standard, 20%. Okay, cool, we're still good. Once you get to 35, $5 is no longer a viable
You need
tip.
to tip 7.
Yes. So, I mean, I'm looking at, when it's all said and done, almost over $90. Right, I don't know, a lot of fucking money for me and Kane just to get a haircut.
$84.
So, I'm fucking looking around now for cheaper barbers. But my hair's one thing. I'm just a white dude, whatever. You can find people that can cut my hair. Kane's is a little bit different.
I could cut your hair.
Yeah, Kane's is a little bit different as a mixed kid.
$10.
Yeah, no. And I don't like going to Great Clips. I don't like, they fuck things up. I don't like it.
You can't fuck my hair up.
But you still can to me. There's certain things that I like in a barber that I have to have. I don't know why. It's an experience for me. There are certain things I don't like. Great Clips and Super, whatever all those fucking things are. They bother me. Bo-Ricks, as Brandon always says, I go to Bo-Ricks. That don't exist anymore. But no, so I found this hillbilly for $20 over there in Glen Estee. He was like one of those kind of hillbillies that are like young, but like he might say the N-word but still listen to Drake. Those kind of hillbillies where like they kind of look like they want to be black, but they're still kind of racist a little bit.
And they think they've earned the right to say the N-word?
Yeah, I didn't get that much out of him, but it just, you know what I mean? Like I just got
Eminem cut your hair.
Yes, kind of like an Eminem, but less hip-hoppy. Like Eminem with the truck that listens to Jason Aldean. But still dresses like, you know what I mean? So one of those kind of guys.
Kid Rock cut your hair.
But decent haircut. So Kid Rock, thank you out there. And then I took Kane to a new place in Newport. And I get scared when I take Kane.
It's amazing that you don't take you and your child to the same barber.
Different hair, dude. You don't have a black kid.
Kane does not have black kid hair.
100% he does.
He's got curly hair, but it's long.
He's got mixed kid hair, dude. It's still different than black kid hair. And when you get shorter, it becomes more dense. He does have black. He's black.
But what I'm saying is, it seems to me, if you look at a black man's hair,
we did go to the same barber.
It's all clippers.
We did go to the same barber.
It's all clippers. They don't use scissors, do they?
Yeah.
Well, with Kane they would, because he's got half white, because he's got big, fluffy, curly hair.
No, I took Kane before Kane got his curls shaved off.
Like Anton. Yeah. Anton's hair is always clippers, I guarantee it.
Well, Anton's hair has to be clippers. Scissors can't do anything. And you can't take Anton to a white person. They fuck it up every time.
Do they?
He has black hair. Black hair is different. I mean, I'm sure there's some white people that can do it, but a lot of like just your regular country-ass barbers, they're going to fuck your shit up, dude. They don't know what to do there. So we have to take, actually Carmen does Anton's hair and she doesn't do bad, but Anton's not picky. Kane's a little bit more picky. I got his head shaved or his hair cut down and trimmed. We used to go to the same barber, but he was a Dominican dude, and Dominican guy would make my hair look like Dominican hair. And I'm not supposed to look like a Dominican. You know what I mean? I need a white guy to do my hair so I don't look like a fucking freak show walking down the street. Yeah. Even though it was a good cut, it's still, I'm not a Dominican dude. Come on. But Kane, he looked all right with it. Now I took him to a new one down there, and the barbershop cracked me up. It was down in Newport. So one half of them was white guys, and then the other half was Puerto Ricans. And they had it separated by a pool table in the middle. There's Puerto Rican flags in the back and all this fucking loud music. And then like three just like white dudes up front. Yeah. I just thought that was interesting, the segregated barbershop. And when the Spanish people walk in, they wouldn't even stop at the whiteys. They'd walk straight back they'd walk right back to the back ones. And they seemed like they were having a great time back there. There was kids back there just running around and everything.
Why do the Hispanics got to be in the back?
Yeah, really. Why can't the
racist?
But to be fair,
but the whites. I
think the owner is. Well, I know the owner was Hispanic, and he was in the front with the whites.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, but the younger Hispanics were in the back cutting hair.
I
wanted to go back there, but I didn't fit in.
Probably in case immigration comes by.
Yeah,
easier for them to sneak out the back.
Bottom line, fuck you, Tiffany.
Why?
Kimberly. What was her name?
Brittany.
Fuck you, Brittany.
Yeah, I mean seriously.
Let's get past this.
I mean that one hurt. That one hurt.
Yeah. Asshole. I guess I don't have an asshole. It fell out of my head, so we're gonna have to skip it.
All right. Well, I had one for both of us.
But I know you got some other shit going on.
Yeah, I do. And you know what? Here's the deal,
bro.
Hey, bro. I got another potential fun friend on the side right now. Potential.
Okay.
Girl that I used to bang.
Is this your Does That Make Me Gay category?
Because
you said you had one of those.
I do have one of those, but no, that's not it.
Okay. Well, I'll get my finger off the trigger then.
I need your advice on this.
Okay.
Because this one is really, truly fucking with me.
All right, butt play only.
No, because of all people, in a sense, where I am in my life right now and what I want.
This girl wants a relationship?
No. But when I fucked her before, she really did. And she pushed for it hard, and I kept having to fucking lie my way through it. Banged her for about a year when I first moved here.
Yeah.
So like a long time ago, like 8 years before I got married. But, she kept always trying to fucking make more out of it and make more out of it. And I finally got to the point where I just said, can't do it anymore. Not fucking her anymore. Okay. Hits me up last 2 weeks ago. Hey, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. She's divorced. I'm divorced. You want to go out and have a drink? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking to myself, has 25 years gotten that out of this girl's fucking head?
Well, maybe. I could see that. A lot of young
girl
thing.
Freak fuck.
Yeah, I mean, that's a young girl thing a lot of times.
Freak fuck.
Especially, okay, let's give some ages. She was, what age then?
21.
See, 21, I don't know. That getting stuck to people was like a late 20s, early 30s things, girls.
21.
Because if a girl's not married by the late 20s, early 30s, like they start freaking out in their head, I think, because society wants them to be married at that age where they're whores or whatever. You know what I mean? So you start, I think, a little bit, girls tend to get a little bit more clingy in that area. That 21 area, usually, well, not usually, I mean, you could have this at any time, but a lot of times is girls that are looking to get their freak flag on and fucking, fuck everything. So the fact that she got real super needy then,
did kind of,
but that's a long time. The difference between a 21-year-old though and a 45-year-old, that's significant.
Well, first of all, she's never made it clear that when she texted me, "You want to go out and get drunk?" She never made any indication that, hey, you want to go fuck.
No,
never did.
But I mean, that's but she's I mean, were you guys best friends?
No.
Yeah, so that
she was in the book as
yeah,
fun.
In the book.
But I mean, she had
person.
no. We would go out at times to like a bar and meet
I get
a group
you.
of
What I'm
people
saying
and
is
get drunk.
then that's kind of has to be implied that you guys are only going to be hooking back up for some fucking. But maybe if she did like you as a dude, then who knows? Do you know what her history is since then? Has she been married? Does she have kids?
She was married for 20 years.
She was married for 20 years and is now broke loose.
Yeah.
I think it's safe. I don't think it's safe per se, but I think I would err on the side of thinking.
See, because
safe.
here's the difference now.
I mean, it might happen again, but I mean,
I'm at the stage again. No relationship wanted here, but this time, I don't want to be a dick. Before, I had no problem being a dick.
Yeah,
I don't want to be your fucking boyfriend. Go fuck yourself. Okay, this is all about the pussy. But there's got to be a nicer, more mature way to say it. Now, I don't want to hurt her feelings, but I don't want to fucking date her. But I want the freak fuck stuff that she did. If she's offering, she hasn't offered. It was, hey, do you want to get together and catch up?
Obviously, then when in the process of catching up, if you see it flying that way, you just got to make it clear.
Oh, I will long dick her if I can.
You obviously didn't make that clear when you were younger. You probably led her on to think that you're going to be in a relationship because that's what you did when you were younger. That's what a lot of people do because they're just trying to get pussy.
It was known around Bourbon Street that me and Big Dick Jeff fucked everybody. It was known.
It was known.
She knew it. We were whores.
I know. And when you say that, for people that don't know that you just worked at a little club called Bourbon Street, they think you're talking about...
It wasn't little.
Well, yeah, but they think you're talking about all of New Orleans.
Oh, so, no.
It was like, down in the New Orleans...
It was a 70,000 foot
me and
nightclub.
Big Dick Jeff were fucking everyone.
It was a club that had 10,000 people through the doors.
No, I was alive.
But the thing about it is, and it's not like we were, hey, studs or anything. We
douche central. To people like me... I'm just saying. I'm not
people
I'm
like
not
you. Well, there was 5 different bars in there, but none of them for your genre.
But they weren't. No, you're right, and they weren't.
It was club people.
It was club people, and yeah. So people like me, we always just thought that was like douche central. Like, oh, you go. Ugh.
Well, the thing about it is,
but if you're just out there
club
trying
people.
if you were just out there trying to get pussy, then whatever. That was probably the place to go. And that was the place to go.
Because
I don't know if you know this, but women. Horrible taste in pretty much everything. So they actually like going to places with horrible music and dancing. Who knew? So guys, we have to go there in order to try to get the women. So that's how you end up going
Well,
there.
see, I think the thing about it was what it made it so easy. It wasn't my looks or charming personality.
Every guy that's ever been on the Dave Matthews Show. I don't believe any of you like him. I don't believe it. You can sit and look me right in the eye and tell me you like Dave Matthews Band. I don't believe you. You went to that show to try to get some pussy or to hang out with girls. That's it.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. But the whole point is, her and her friends would come in. It was like the place to be back then. So her and her friends would come in. They'd get in for free. They'd get a couple free drinks. Kind of felt like a big deal. And all she had to do was do weird stuff to me. But now I'm thinking,
all she had to do was lose her dignity. I mean, what's the little dignity over a couple free cocktails?
When you're drunk, is there such thing as dignity?
21-year-old girl, whatever.
Yeah, and I was 27.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Scumbag.
Maybe.
Yes, 100%, dude. You can't say
I
maybe.
wasn't,
It's not a
though.
bad thing. I mean, it is who you were. No, you're a scumbag. Would you have wanted you fucking your daughter?
Oh, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so that's all I'm saying.
But the whole point is, she never indicated that she wants to get together and fuck. She's just like, hey, you want to get together and catch up, have a few drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And every single time we did that in the past, it led to a long dicking.
Led to a long dick. Well,
The
no,
thing about it is now it's different because she's got children, I've
Mm-hmm.
got children, and I'm not going to be a dick. I don't want to hurt her feelings. Not that she's.
well, then you just have to be honest.
I'm not a catch here. I can't get you into the bar anymore.
Yeah.
I can't get you free drinks anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not. I look this way. I'm not a fucking catch
I
of
think
any
you're.
kind.
I think you're afraid you're going to go there and like her.
No, you don't have to worry about that. I'm not going to like anybody. I didn't like her then. Wait, hold on a second. I liked you, but I didn't like you.
Are we allowed? This is. I'm getting off of it. Go out with this girl and just be honest with her. That's the bottom line. Just
Just
fucking.
a long dicking.
There could be, but I mean, just be honest right off the bat and say, look, we are not going to be in a relationship. I'm past that point in my life.
I know.
If you want to have, obviously you don't just say this straight up like, hi, nice to meet you. By the way, if we fuck tonight, now,
I've got the speech on a fucking recorder.
Yeah, if it leads that way, then
I'm like Quagmire.
You say the fucking speech and you be honest, and that's way you're not that dick that you were when you were 27, and I wouldn't worry about it. But why not take a chance if you said she was a fucking freak, you had fun with her?
Yeah, had a lot of fun.
She's right off a divorce. Maybe that's all she wants. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why she knows that you're that guy.
She's been divorced about the same time I have, quite a while.
Okay, but still,
But,
you get to a
hey,
certain
just
age.
saw me, yeah. And I'm
she
like,
might be to that age. She might never want anything to do with fucking or like dating
Maybe.
dudes again. You know
Maybe.
what I mean? So you never know. It's worth a night out.
Yeah.
What's the worst that could happen? You go out and hang out and have a couple beers and go home.
Right.
Jerk off thinking about what it was like in
Or
1992.
she says, oh, no, I don't want anything either. And then, we bang, and then I come home from work that Saturday night, and she's sitting in the fucking parking lot. I don't want that either, because then you're in a weird spot.
Sometimes you got to roll the dice. Any kind of
I am not a catch here.
Any kind of sexual relationship could end there if it was with the wrong person. You never fucking know
Well,
what
you're right.
left turn you're going to take, and they're boiling your bunny. Like who fucking knows? But
Or I could be real smart about it and say, hey, you know what? It's been a long time since I've seen you. I wanted it to be special, so I got us a hotel. She doesn't know where I live.
and then make sure it's a day's in too. Something real trashy where she won't want another visit.
At least you won't know where I live.
Hey, I'll make you come and give you bed bugs.
Yeah,
All
and free coffee in the morning.
No, you're not
Hey,
staying.
but
I'm
only
staying.
make one cup because I'll be out of here. I'll let you to keep the room, but I ain't staying here. I got a bed across the street.
Hey, can we blatantly steal bits from other shows?
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not talking about too much, but like Part and Interruption has like people's faces on sticks.
Of course we can do stuff like that. They didn't invent that. We're not Carlos Mencia stealing jokes.
I just feel like you should have a Stallone stick every once in a while and go up and Stallone has an opinion on something. And we can do just, Alex can, instead of pressing a button, we can just have the Alex very, duh. Yeah, see?
Duh. You can hear it live. Yeah.
I think we need to do that.
Can we have faces on sticks made?
We just print them off on a computer and paste them to cardboard.
No, you paste them to paint stirrers.
Well, you got to make them hard. So you
Paint
paste.
stirrers are hard, like rulers.
Nah, dude, but the paper's floppy. So you got to put the paper on something hard and then put the paint thing on there. You see? So the
Then we have
paper
to
don't
cut
flop
the
around.
eyes out. And
Well, you don't have to cut the eyes. You can use the same eyes. Who gives a shit? I guess you could cut the eyes. Would probably make it funnier.
it would.
Yeah, look at us, brains. See, this is what we do behind the scene, guys. Brainstorm for the show.
Alex is in the building. Duh.
See, it would be a good time.
We can steal bits like that
Yeah,
because they didn't think of these bits.
They're the only ones I can think of that do it on a regular basis or a semi-regular basis, but they're not as good as us, and they don't even use good voices.
No. Fuck no.
We're going to come with bad impressions, too. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, I might, do a bad Mexican accent or something.
Yeah, that guy, Mike the Freak or Flash or whatever his name is.
Fuck that guy. I'm sick of these fans.
In a good way.
Hey, you know what, Mike? Here's the thing I've learned, and I think I've talked about this on the show before. Every fan I've
Did
ever...
you just say learnt?
I did. It's because it's one of my...
With a T on
it's
the
one of my
end?
pretty words. It's one of my pretty words.
You said learnt.
Yeah, I know. It's one of my pretty words. Anyways, this is what I've learned over the years. I'm going to double up on that motherfucker because he knew what I meant. He wanted to bring it back. I'm country.
Learnt.
All right? Anyhow...
God.
I've disliked every fan I've ever gotten, every fucking thing I've ever done. Music, hated my fans. Now podcasts, hate my fans. Fuck you, Mike.
But please write again.
Yeah, but thanks for listening.
Yeah, I have it. Does that make me gay? And it's a really good one.
All right.
right.
Does it?
Yeah, this is Does That Make Me Gay? From a porn I was watching the other day.
Was it that same pegging porn that I saw?
No, it was no pegging
Thank
porn.
God.
But it was.
Hey, he looked like a bitch too while he was taking that.
Oh, how can you not look like a
And
bitch
that's-
when you're taking a big rubber dick in the
It
ass?
crossed my mind, but don't also think that Ryan didn't pop in my head either, because that's like I could see him, and I don't know if he's admitted it yet, but I just got a feeling he's been pegged. I'm
Do
not
you
sure.
think so?
I think that might be his one like borderline where he doesn't want to admit it yet. But
Well,
I'm
no,
not sure.
he admits to the butt plug.
Butt plug and pegging are different. You've butt plugged, but you haven't been pegged.
I've never butt plugged.
You've never butt plugged?
No.
I thought you butt plugged before.
I've beaded.
Oh, you've beat it. But beading and butt plugs are kind of
Butt
the same
plugs are
neighborhood.
big around. Beads are this big, and a butt plug's like this.
Well, it depends. I mean, there's different size butt
My
plugs.
arse is not taking girth here. It's taking beads
Fair
or
enough.
a finger.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but it's close. That's the same neighborhood. Pegging's a whole different situation. We got to admit that.
You get
the pegging, the butt plugs and the beads, that's a different category than a full pegging. And I don't know, maybe he wouldn't admit to that.
Yeah, with the full pegging, you're the bitch.
Yes.
You're getting fucked.
And that porn, that's what he looked like. I felt sorry for the guy. And they were in the shower? That's such a sad scene.
Yeah.
They might get an Oscar.
First of all, I don't like shower sex.
I don't either.
It's not slippery.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Water
fat.
flushes away anything
I'm
lubricated.
fat. It's not a good. It's there's not a lot of room. It's not like I'm fat and I'm middle class, so I don't have a big bathroom. All right, there's not some giant two-headed shower going on that makes sense. You're in a little bathtub, not cool.
All right. This one, I know what you're going to say already. Your answer is going to be,
No.
you're not gay, but you're gross. And I get it. But this one's a little different because you have full disclosure from get-go.
Okay.
You're at a swingers party.
Okay.
You, Jason, walking around. You got your drink. You're smoking. You're looking for ass. Okay? And this fucking incredible looking girl walks in. Hot. And she's there with her husband, and her husband wants a train run on her. This is what happens at swingers parties. Trust me, I know.
Mm-hmm.
He wants a train run on her. It's not, a gangbang. It's where one guy fucks, and then he leaves, another guy comes in.
I understand what a train is.
Okay, but in case the listeners do.
Okay.
So you're third in line. Okay.
I've never jerked off to a train video, by the way.
No, because I don't need that much time. And this guy's not going to be any more important to the success of the jerk-off than this guy.
There's a lot of pump and dumps in trains. It's not like you're just, popping in there, especially the ones online, I imagine. Like, it's not like it's a full 20-minute fuck scene and then another 20-minute fuck scene. It's usually like a minute.
Yeah. All right, so the first guy goes in. She sucks his dick for a while.
Mm-hmm.
He fucks
That
her.
was a big dick. That's scary.
He fucks her bareback
Mm-hmm.
and busts inside of her.
Okay.
The next guy goes in, sucks his dick for a while, fucks inside her. Now it's your turn. You go in, pull out the rubber. Hold on a second. You pull out the rubber. She says, no rubber. She she wants to kiss you and wants you to fuck her. Does that make you gay? You know there's been a cock in that mouth 30 seconds ago, and you know that puss has 2 loads in it, and you do it anyway.
Qualifying questions, like always. Did you come because you knew that there was cum inside of her?
No, you came because she was hot.
Did you get extra excited when you got to kiss her after she had just had loads in her mouth? Did
No.
that cause any kind of, stimulation for you?
No, but there was absolutely no hesitation when she asked for it.
Still not gay. It's not gay, just gross.
You're putting
it's
your
normal.
penis in 2 loads of duck butter.
Gross, but it doesn't get you off. That's not what's making you come. The girl's still making you come. You're just willing to put up with some really gross shit to make you come. There's worse. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather stick my dick in some cum than listen to some bitch whine and cry for fucking 6 years just to get some pussy.
Yeah.
Guys will put up with a lot of shit for some pussy.
I don't know, man.
So maybe just sticking your dick in a nice little fishing hole there and getting a little extra on you.
I don't know.
In the long run, that's a little bit quicker than the guy that puts all this time and effort into just trying to get some pussy in and has to wait years to get it.
I don't know. It might be different for me.
Yeah, I don't.
It's gross.
Hey, you're not a cum guy.
I'm not a cum guy.
But I understand that, and I can say, and believe me, I'm in that situation. I'm out. I'm not. As soon as she says no condom, I was probably out before. I mean, you know me. I'm not a train guy. That's not going to happen. I'm not. You more like to be a train guy.
Hey, if everybody had rubbers on,
But exactly,
I got a flag.
you would require rubbers.
yeah.
Without the rubbers, you're out. So both of us.
Or first.
And this actual, or first, fair enough there. And yeah, first for me too. Yeah, first, fine. Last, no. Middle, second, probably not. Anything past second, ew. You know, just ew.
Anything past first, dude.
Yeah, well, the
There's
first.
a load in there. But imagine if you were like 8th.
Oh, gross.
Okay,
Dude, they have records.
There's so much loads coming in there.
What was the Houston one?
Oh, she had like 101 or something.
Yeah, imagine
like that.
being 100.
Yeah.
Like just 100. You've had 100. And even if they all wore condoms, 100 would be rough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Imagine that. Ugh.
The best one I've ever seen like that.
Does
First
she,
of all,
do you think she like Novocaine'd her pussy? Like there has to be a certain point because that would have had to been super painful.
well, that Asian girl, Annabelle Chong, did like 90 guys.
Say her name again.
Annabelle Chong. All right, first of all, to summarize the
was
question,
racist.
to me, yes, that makes you gay.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it, but that doesn't make you gay. It just makes you fucking gross.
To me, it does. All right, so we disagree on this one.
Well, I just don't understand how that would make you gay. The gay has to do with the getting turned on by. If you're not getting turned on by and it does nothing for you sexually, it doesn't. I just don't know how that makes you gay.
All right, so I did a little porn research here about a year ago because there was a video of a guy. It was called The World's Luckiest Man or something like that, where he was going to fuck 100 girls all in one day. And I don't know why they did it. They did it on a tennis court. Okay, they're on a tennis court.
Clay, grass.
I think it was a hard court,
kind of
hard
hard
surface,
court,
yeah. Which would get Theo turned on. He'd come right
Oh
away.
yeah, dude. No.
But what they would do
Now
is
Kay's he's more of a grass guy.
they would literally, one guy, and they would literally put about 20 girls bent over the net, pussies open, and he would walk up and give them all a good 2 or 3 minutes of fucking.
Mm-hmm.
Never came that I saw. He came on like the 100th one or whatever. But I started thinking to myself, because he gave him a good 3 minutes of banging, you know. First of all, they had to have numbed his dick up so much that, you know, that he couldn't function.
Or they're just on so many like Percocets and stuff like
Yeah.
that where you just can't come.
But he was rock hard.
Yeah, well, you can still get rock
So
hard.
I start doing some research going, I think this is bullshit. I think they're doing it over several days on the same tennis court. So I started
could be,
looking
yeah.
for shit in the background. Like, hey,
You're looking for continuity.
yeah, I am. And I'm looking, like behind the tennis court, there's a parking lot. And I'm looking at the cars.
You're switching out.
And then when the first girls moved and the next girls came up, different cars.
Yeah.
It was a fucking lie.
Sons of bitches.
How can you lie in porn?
Yeah, that should be the only place where like truth exists forever. You
And
know?
just to
There should be
see
no lies in
if I was
porn.
accurate, when the next 20 came out, I looked and there was other shit in the background that wasn't just
you
there.
can't trust-
He was wearing the same clothes and everything appeared to be the fucking same. But hey, there's a fucking blue truck parked in the front now. Yesterday it was a red Vega. Today it's a blue truck.
Well, what kind of parking lot is it though?
I guess it's a parking lot at the country club or wherever the fucking...
Well, I mean, cars do change out of parking lots. They don't just stay there all in the same spot all day.
But
If you're
the whole-
fucking and every girl's getting 3 minutes, so we could get 20-minute change outs of the cars. And
But what I mean is all of the cars were different.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably not.
Plus, you know, fucking garbage truck over here. You know,
I'm freezing that
what?
when you went like that. Using that against you.
You will.
Oh, 100%. That is now. Let me mark it. Where are we
But
at?
the whole point is,
Right
the world's
around
luckiest
now we're
man.
in.
The world's luckiest man is a sham. Don't fucking watch it. You're probably going to look it up just to see, but it's fucking fake. I honestly spent more time doing the background research, the continuity shit, than I did
Porn.
watching the porn.
You're fucking looking up porn things.
Because I wanted to see, did this guy really, truly, three minute fuck 100 women? That's so impressive.
You should
But
have.
no, the answer is no, he did not.
You should have busted out the pipe in the hat and got one of those eye things to stick to your eye where you're looking at doing some real detective work on this fucking porn.
What? First of all, I hate shit like that. I fucking hate it when you do fake shit. I mean, shit like that bothers me. Let me tell you something, especially porn.
Oh yeah, if you can't trust porn, what can you trust?
But like yesterday, my son, or 2 days ago, my son is watching Friends at my house. He doesn't like it. It was just on, and he's got his tablet, and Friends was on.
Friends is all right.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to do a quick defense of Friends.
I don't hate Friends.
Perfect. There was no blacks.
So there's an episode where Chandler is asking Monica to marry him. Okay? He's got this long sleeve orange shirt on. His hair's kind of shaggy, and he was fat. He went through a little period where he got fat on the show because he said he was alcohol and drugs. And he
Chandler is always all fucked up.
Okay.
I mean, not on the show, but in real life.
So he's thicker than he normally is.
Mm-hmm. Bloated is probably the word you want to use.
Bloated. Well, the very next episode came on, and it was supposedly right after he asked her to marry him, and they're all standing around celebrating. He's skinny. His hair is shorter. But he's wearing the same clothes. No, he's wearing the same clothes. It was supposed to be just after it happened.
I get that, but was the I don't know the show.
It was probably a new season or something.
Yeah. Like,
but the whole point is he's got to look the fucking same, doesn't he?
You would hope.
5 minutes went by. He didn't lose 30 pounds and fucking cut his hair.
I don't know. Roseanne pulled it off.
But they pulled the same shirt on him and the same pants, and everybody else wearing the same fucking clothes.
Remember Roseanne was the only one that just switched out characters midway through? All of a sudden,
yeah, she did.
Becky or whatever the fuck name wasn't the same
Different
girl.
person,
and they even showed it in the like morphing thing they had in the very beginning, like the old Becky, and everybody else morphed through the age, but she just morphed to a totally different person.
They did that on the fucking Brady Bunch when they did all those reunion shows. There was no Jan. They had a different Jan.
Roseanne was cool, and then she got all weird at the end. I mean, she's still alive, but now she's just out there with the Jews, and shit like.
She's rich though. God, she's rich.
She made a lot of money off of farming pistachios.
Really?
In Hawaii and stuff. Yeah. She had
macadamias?
Maybe that's it. Yeah. Some kind of fucking Hawaiian nut. She made like a lot of money on. She had a shitload of property there and grew them. I'm sure she didn't fucking grow them, but you know what I mean?
She didn't do it. She owned it.
Yeah, but she may have. She's a fucking lunatic, so she may have been out there fucking at least trying to do it.
And she's a lot skinnier. I'd probably fuck her now if there was a chance at money.
She's like 68.
If there's a chance
at money, just ask Tom Arnold.
Yeah.
I mean, now the fucking biggest heist.
But what I'm saying is, I'd long dick a 68-year-old if there was a payday at the end.
You got any? Do we have any other things today besides that?
No, just my fuck you. My fuck you could easily be Brittany.
Yeah, Brittany could double fuck you.
Fuck bitch.
Fucking bitch.
All right, I got to name the price for you. This one's not dirty or gross or anything. This is normal.
All right.
But I'm testing
$16.
I'm testing your limits. All right, I want you to give me the name of a band that you fucking despise. You hate hearing about them. You hate all of their fucking music. It makes your skin crawl. I mean, would it be something like Dave Matthews? Would it be that bad?
No, because Dave Matthews himself
is talented musicians.
And he's not a bad dude. Like, I don't mind Dave Matthews. You know what I mean?
Give me something you just fucking despise.
Toby Keith.
Toby Keith.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, just that genre of music, you could have picked out any of them, but Toby Keith always seemed like the extra fucking
the extra
out of that
American.
Group. Yeah. Just, ugh.
Okay, how about this? For the next year, anytime music's playing around you, it's all Toby Keith. Okay, you're at work. It's a continuous loop of Toby Keith. You're in your car. It's Toby Keith. You're at the grocery store shopping. Toby Keith. Every fucking bit of music you hear is going to be Toby Keith. Now, there's some places you can avoid it in your car. You just turn the radio off. You can't tell them to turn the music off at work. You can't tell them to turn the music off at the fucking barbershop or wherever they've got music playing. Only when you can control it. You can't ask Kroger to turn it down. You can't.
Yeah, no, I get you. Okay,
Toby Keith. You're hearing Toby Keith for a year.
No outs.
No outs.
Oh, what's my price?
How much? What's your price? Oof. To live your life for a year with nothing but Toby Keith.
God damn, that would be rough.
It's a tough one for you because you're a music person.
I'm a music. Well, I'm good at I'm married. I got kids. I'm pretty good at tuning shit out. All right, like
you know how loud the music is at work.
Listen, I can't. That's what I'm saying. Like, so up to a certain extent. Like, example for NFL games. I couldn't tell you who was the broadcasters for the Bengals game this weekend.
Yeah.
Like every game, everybody will bitch about the announcers and everything. I couldn't even told you who did it. Like I just tuned that out so far in left field. Any kind of commercials that happened during that time, someone could have been like, "Did you see that Energized?" No, I didn't. And I could have been watching it the whole fucking time, but I wasn't there.
I can do that too.
I was in my head. You can't do that if it's a 24-hour loop. Eventually, that's breaking through.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to be bordering suicidal after about 5-6 days. I guarantee it.
Really?
Dude, that's the kind of shit they do to fucking shut down dictators. Didn't they do that to the Panama guy? You know, they just played Achy Breaky Heart on fucking repeat.
It's considered torture
Nicaragua
in some
or some shit like
yeah.
that. No, we've done it. We've literally done it. We did it to the Waco, Texas people. The CIA just sat outside and fucking or FBI blasted Achy Breaky Heart and some other shit. I forget which one it was.
The only difference is Toby Keith has 500 songs. They'll be all rotated.
Yeah, that's a plus.
That's a plus.
I mean, it sucks, but it's a plus. But either way, it's just Toby Keith for 24 hours.
I mean, you won't hear Should Have Been a Cowboy, but twice a week.
I mean, I'd have a hard time anybody that I didn't enjoy the music to listen to it that much. More or less someone I really hate it.
Yeah.
$150, 150,000 for a year.
Wow,
150,000.
That's a lot.
No, it's not.
That's a lot.
Like I said, I'm fighting suicide on day 5. What do you think? It's like September. How do you think my September's going? All right, like this is a year.
150,000.
Dude, like I said, dictators have fallen in 4 days after listening to fucking Pantera, and Pantera's awesome. All right,
I'm going 50.
50,000.
50,000.
See, because I needed to supplant my fucking work life. At least money-wise.
You have to go to work. You can't just be off every day to avoid it.
I can't. I got 150 grand. What do I need to work?
Only
I'm going
things
on leave.
that you can
I'm going
personally,
on medical
physically
leave,
control.
and I think I could take a medical leave. If I went to the people when I was like, I'm insane, all I hear is Toby Keith 24 hours a day,
and they'll say, "Oh, that's all anybody hears," because everybody's hearing it too.
What kind of world is this? This is hell, dude. I'm not a big believer in heaven and hell, but you're describing hell. All right, that is literal hell.
I still think that's pricey. I think because I hate a lot of music. But I ain't gonna want to kill myself over any of it.
Well, you sure? What's your least favorite ever?
Oh God, there's so many.
So that's the thing. When I had to think of a name quickly, and when I think of the things I hate the most, I instantly go over to that pop country shit. So I mean, then I'm floating in there. I could have said Jason Aldean, and all that music's the same to me. It doesn't, there's no difference.
Yeah, but you know Toby Keith, and you know what an asshole.
But I know
is.
Toby Keith's an asshole on top of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know shit about Jason Aldean besides he doesn't have a chin.
Yeah,
and he has some bad songs. I'm fighting suicide for a year. You're giving me $150 so I can at least justify it in my head not to slit my wrist.
Really?
Oh, not really, because I would never slit my wrist. I'd blow my fucking brains out. I mean, slitting your wrist is a horrible way to. That's how an idiot kills themselves, by the way. And that's another way you can judge people.
It takes a lot of balls to pull that trigger, though.
Oh, sure, it takes balls. It takes balls to do any of it, but. Either way, suicide's very brave. I don't care what anybody says. It's the easy way out. Fuck you. Let's see you try it, buddy. That shit takes a lot of fucking nerve. All right.
So my price is 50 grand because I think I can get through it. You're 150. And I said though, you can't take a leave of absence. You can't do stuff
Okay, well,
like
if I can't do that, I'm still on 150 grand. It has to be a
pricey.
significant amount of. I want to be able to pay my house off when this is done. This is such torture. All right, this is one step below the fucking water torture, whatever the hell it
Here's the question though: how long do you think it would take before you would know the words to all the songs?
I'm bad, dude. There's bands that I've listened to now for 20 plus years. AFI being one of them. There's quite a few. I couldn't tell you their lyrics now.
See, I'm the opposite.
I'm not a lyric guy. I like I said, I was in bands for years, and I'd be the guy that forgot my own lyrics. I fucking wrote them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've done them pretty often, and I would still forget the lyrics. So I'm pretty bad with that, but I would know a decent amount of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I definitely know the melody and be making up the.
You think
words
you would
in my head.
ever be tapping along?
I mean, yeah, of course I would.
You'd be crazy.
Yeah, at some point I'd be tapping along. There has to be one or two songs where I can dull, especially come October. You know what I mean? Like I can dull out some of his vocals and just get into the groove of. There has to be a couple songs that don't suck, right?
Yeah.
A whole catalog. Come on, tell me he doesn't have one song that don't suck.
Actually, Toby Keith's got a lot of good songs.
Well, you got a bad taste though. We've been over this country music taste.
Well, right. I have a broad taste.
Yeah.
That's the difference between you and me.
No, I have a gigantically broad taste. I just don't like any of that.
I do.
There's none of it.
I like some of it. I don't like him.
I like Tyler Childers, but he's not a fucking pop country guy. I've been listening to country all fucking day. Let me see who this guy is, just so I can give him a shout out. Josh Malloy. Never heard of him. Just heard a random song by him today, and it's called, I think, Porch Light, and fucking fell in love with this guy. So I'm not gonna fuck him though. So don't give me those fucking eyes. I see what you're thinking. I see where you're going with this.
You're gay.
Yeah. Fuck you. Hey, man.
Fuck you. You got to have one of these.
I do got to fuck you.
You go first since you didn't have an answer.
I kind of aired this out online, but I'll air it out again. Fuck you, Cincinnati sports fans. Fuck you. The Bengals are 0-2. It sucks, dude. Burrow's hurt. That sucks. But you motherfuckers every single year. And Burrow, by the way, in his first 8 games, the first 2 games of the year, each year, he is now 1-7. He's won 1 game out of the first 2 games of the year. Each one of his,
and he's taken us to the Super Bowl and the AFC Championship game.
All right, so everybody's shitting on Burrow. Oh, I got the biggest contract ever, cashing in. And then they go next to the fucking... Actually, they usually start with the coach. Zach Taylor catches so much shit, dude. I watched this team suck for so fucking long. Finally, they got Marvin Lewis. He made them mediocre for a while, which was a giant step up. We loved Marvin Lewis for a long time for just making us mediocre. Taylor has took us to the fucking AFC Championship 2 years in a row.
And the Super Bowl.
The fucking Super Bowl. On the brink of winning the Super Bowl, the fucking Bengals.
Yeah.
And yet we're going to shit all over this guy because they had a slow start. Now, could he be a reason why they had a slow start? Maybe. But can we trust him at this point that the way he coaches and the way he does things fucking works in the end?
Yeah.
All right? Can we give this guy a little bit of credit that he knows what he's fucking doing? He turned the franchise around. But no, everywhere you look, coach don't know shit, blah, blah, blah. These fucking armchair quarterbacks that were third string in their fucking middle school team, yet they know more than these fucking people that have been doing it their whole life and excelling in it.
You know what pissed me off the most about that? Speaking of what you're talking about, it was like the 3rd series. They went 3 and out, like 3 in a row.
Yeah.
And the stadium started booing their own team.
Well,
I hate that.
I don't mind it to a certain extent. Don't get me wrong. There's times in the game where I'm like, why aren't they
booing your own fucking
Why aren't they
team?
trying to run it a little bit more? Why aren't they doing that? I'll question individual decisions over and over again. But I'm not going to sit there and call a guy that's done nothing but fucking made our franchise relevant again a bad fucking coach because he loses 2 games in a row and maybe made a couple decisions that are questionable. They all fucking do. You know, guess who else is 0-2 so far this year? Bill Belichick. Are we shitting all over him? You know, or Boston, are they asking for his head? Bad thing is, they probably are. Because that's sports fans. They're fucking idiots.
Yeah.
They think that their team should win every single year and win every single game. And if that don't happen, then everybody sucks.
Yeah.
And they know better.
People just don't realize that we were 0-2 the year we went to the Super Bowl. We were 0-2 last year when we went to the championship game. The only difference in those 2 years and this year is both of these were divisional losses, which sucks. But guess what? If we win 12 or 11 of the next 15 games, we're 11-6. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And on a side note of that, fuck you, Tom, and fuck you, Andy. All right, because I mentioned in my post that people that blame the officials are the worst, and they are the worst. And I did make a post earlier in the game about how the officials were doing a bad job, but I pointed out in that post that they made 3 bad calls against the Bengals and 2 bad calls against Baltimore. It was equal. They were sucky for both teams.
Yeah.
The Bengals did not lose because of the refs. In fact, their first touchdown was because of the refs.
You know who did lose because of the refs?
Who?
Cleveland last night.
No, they shouldn't have ever been in a position.
No, but Porter, that was pass interference. It was.
You know why they lost?
It was pass interference.
Because Deshaun Watson can't hold on to the ball. That's why
But
they
was
lost.
it not pass interference?
Yeah, that call was definitely pass interference. They missed that call, but you can't say that one call made them lose.
No, but what I'm saying is they were driving. They were on the 20 going in.
It didn't help, but I bet you there was other calls in that game that went their way that did help. And that's the thing with that Bengals-Baltimore game. There were calls that went both ways.
Yeah.
That first Bengals touchdown should not have been a touchdown. All right? There was a penalty on that play. The turnover that we had that got overturned should not have been overturned. That was a bad call. There was multiple bad calls on both sides.
Yeah.
But these fucking cunts, they had to just go out and try to prove me wrong. All right? So they're like copying it, not looking at context or anything, just to try to catch me in some kind of shit. Fuck you. You're not going to catch me, you douchebags.
I'm with you.
And I hate the official people. I just hate anyone that blames officials over and over again. Now, there might be a game 1 or 2, but I'm talking about the people every single game have some kind of big thing, and they always think there's a conspiracy against their team, and the NFL's fixed because of this.
I just hate it when someone calls
Stop watching this.
When someone's a Bengals fan and they're already ragging Burrow and the coach already. We're 2 weeks into the year, and they're already talking shit. You're not a fan.
Statistically, the best quarterback we've ever had.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe he ends up being the best coach we've ever had. The players fucking love him. All right, there's
we
people
had Sam
signing.
Weish.
There's people, yeah, and he had a couple good years. You're right. I'm saying in the end, we don't know right now.
Yeah.
We don't have a long history of good coaches, honestly. So he's not going to have a tough hill to climb there. But either way, give him 10 years if he sticks around that fucking long. I mean, he might have the best record ever.
Yeah.
So the shit on him after 2 games, especially when they've done this the last 4 years, basically, they've started out slow.
Yeah.
Give him some time. You know what they don't do? They don't fucking lose towards the end of the year, and that's when it's the most important. So until they start having a losing record at the end of the year and don't miss the playoffs, shut the fuck up and finally give this guy a little bit of trust.
Okay, now my fuck you is, I'm saying fuck you to someone I really like.
Okay. Well, I like a lot of these Bengal sports fans.
Yeah. I'm saying fuck you to someone I really like, and I'm going to explain it first, but fuck you, Deion Sanders. First of all, here's what I'm going to say.
Coach Prime.
It's cool what's happening to him. It's cool what's happening in Colorado. It's cool what's happening to college football.
Eventually, for some reason, but go. I need to see where you're going with this.
After the first week, this is the fuck you, and I wanted to be last week, but somebody I think cut me off. You don't make stupid comments. Coach Prime is trying to motivate everybody and basically get the whole fucking country on the Colorado bandwagon. Great, more power to you. I'm on it. I'm not on it like you're a Pac-12 school, so my alma mater is in there too. So I want ASU to beat you. They won't, but I want them to, but they won't. But I want Deion to do great. I want his players to do great. But he made the stupidest comment of anyone I've ever heard in my life when he threw Travis Hunter into the fucking Heisman mix after one fucking game. Don't say stupid stuff. Say fucking smart stuff and say motivational stuff. Don't say something stupid like that. Fuck you. Travis Hunter is not winning the fucking Heisman.
Well, I thought that was your fuck you like 2 weeks ago.
No, it wasn't.
You brought it up.
Well, yeah, but this is a fuck you now.
All right.
Because, first of all, everybody's still jumping on the bandwagon. Great. They're going to lose the next 2 games by a lot of fucking
They're
points.
losing the next 2, yeah.
A lot. And then they play Arizona State, which they will win.
Mm-hmm.
But don't throw someone into the Heisman mix that has virtually no chance of fucking winning it. Yet he doesn't have a touchdown
That's
yet.
his job, dude.
He doesn't have a touchdown
Yeah,
yet.
but
Throw Weaver in the fucking mix.
college coaches like fucking 70% of their job almost is promotion.
Yeah, but don't promote shit that everybody knows is not right.
But
Promote shit that might
eyes
be.
on him. He's going to need eyes on him in order to have any kind of chance. I don't know. Whatever. Having your players back, I don't know how that could be a fuck you.
Because it's not having your back.
What sucks is fuck you to that player that went out of their way to hurt him the other day.
Ooh, that was a
a
bad
targeting. If I've ever seen it, fucking nailed him, and he's going to miss a couple weeks.
Lacerated liver.
Yeah, so he's that
How
takes him
does
out
that
of.
happen? I want Coach Prime to do well. I want Colorado to do well.
Mm-hmm.
But don't say stupid shit like that. You're a fucking idiot. Don't say shit like that.
You know, the Colorado thing's been weird to me this year because I mean, it's never happened. All right, and not only just the way it is, but just like the attention that they're getting, like. All these rock stars are going, rappers and shit. We're all going. Lil Wayne's there, like the Boulder, Colorado. It's not like any of these guys are from there.
Yeah.
So they're going there for Deion, which I
Hey,
understand.
you want to hear one thing I did love?
I'm on his side. What?
Taylor Swift could not get tickets to this week's game.
Yeah, I don't believe it. But either
That's what
way,
I heard.
Yeah, I don't believe
And
it.
I hate
One
her,
second.
so-
She can get anything she wants.
And now I hate Travis Kelce for fucking her.
I don't think that's true yet. I don't know. No one's came out and actually admitted that. And I don't think every picture I've seen has been fake. So either way, the Deion thing's just been interesting. The attention that place is going to get over this, but in the end, he's promoting his college so much. His team's going to be so fucking good in about 4 years because all these kids are going to want to come play for him. And when he's doing that by having their back and promoting them like that, you might think it's stupid, but that kid that's sitting there in fucking Arizona that might have went to Arizona State, but now he knows Neon Deion is going to throw him up on a pedestal if he does well and give him national spotlight. He might now go sign with someone like Deion.
But he's
going to get so many of those kind of people
But
that want to play for him.
that's also going to
because he has
hurt
the
him.
players back.
Because supposedly he put, 80 people on this fucking team?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, unless you're one of the fucking creme de la creme, you're not going to get any playing time. If you're someone that's 2 behind Travis Hunter, you're not going to see What I'm saying is you could go to a different school and maybe still end up making it to the NFL.
Well, that'll even out eventually. I mean, you got to remember
Because he ain't going to let anybody play but his fucking 10 people.
But that's, for one thing, we're in the infancy of this.
I know.
So I mean, Deion in year 1 and Deion in year 6 is totally different if he sticks around that long. So
I think he'll go to a different school in 3 years. That's what I think.
I don't know because they're in the SEC now, aren't they?
No, they're Pac-12.
Pac-12's done after this year.
Well, yeah.
Well,
they're not going SEC.
I think they're SEC. I could be wrong about that. I think that was part of the reason why he was doing it. They're going somewhere. They're not just
They're going somewhere, but they're not going.
They're not going to suck. I don't know. I could see him sticking around for a little while. I don't think Deion's meant for the pros. I can tell you that. I don't think that's going to happen. His kind of coaching is perfect for college. It's perfect for kids. You don't really recruit in the pros as much. It's all money.
Big 12.
Okay, Big 12. Yeah, so UC will be in their conference next year. That'll be fun.
Yeah, we get to see him live.
Yeah, UC fucking dropped the bell this week against Miami. Sons of bitches.
It's just like... It's honestly like the Colorado State thing. Those fucking rivalries really get in your head. Ours and the Browns gets in your fucking head. You're a lot better team. You should beat them, but you just don't.
Yeah, I don't know. Bengals suck. I think we're fucked.
Because I still think we're. I don't. Not yet.
I just think we're fucked because of the injury. I think his injury is going to be a year-long injury. I really do.
But
I
but I'll tell you what.
Get over.
If you're a aggressive gambler and you want to fucking bet the Bengals. Do it now because they've dropped so far fucking down.
I told everybody that last year.
They're the 18th favorite to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Ahead of them is all three of the conference teams in our division.
I don't think betting them to win the Super Bowl is a good thing, but they still might win the division, and that probably pays decent right now.
It has to.
Yeah, so the Bengals are a good bet. Buy low right now. But I'm just saying, as a diehard fan, it won't shock me if they go fucking 55th, 500 this year if Burrow's not healthy. Because
he's not healthy.
I mean, like, even if they play him the whole time, he has to adjust the way he plays. He can't really scramble, and that's a lot of Burrow's game is getting around in the back with his legs and then finding people open downfield. He can't do that. He's getting rid of the ball in 2 seconds.
Yeah,
you do that, you're kind of taking away Chase's main weapon. You know what I mean? Chase isn't a 2-second receiver.
Yeah.
Give him time. He's going to get open and get wide open and be able to get some real yards. But
I think Higgins got more targets this week.
He did. Well, Higgins had more targets last week. He just didn't get any of them last week. They all went over his fucking
2 touchdowns
head.
this year.
Yeah.
Or this week.
No, Higgins is so far outperforming them, but I don't know what the reason. I haven't, sitting there studying tape or anything.
Well,
I just know the Bengals have
in
sucked.
Single coverage.
It's been very disappointing.
Yeah,
as a Bengals.
And you know what? You know what hasn't been disappointing?
What?
That somebody called Harry Guy a homo nosebleed.
You gay.
You're a homo nosebleed.
You can kindly fuck off now. Please subscribe and share. Well, you can kindly fuck off now. Subscribe and share. Fuck off. Fuck off.